totally love it. Can't see what I'm doing, just wrapping it around my head. Hello and welcome to episode 15 of that Row Row and Cades podcast. My name is Kelly, also known as Row Row and Cades, and this is a knitting and designing podcast in the northeast of England. Hello, welcome back if you are here again, and welcome if you are new. There is a fair few new people here, so it's lovely to have you. Thank you so much for subscribing. So I'm in a different place today. I'm not in a different, well, I'm in my front room still, but I'm in a different part of my front room. I normally sit over there on the sofa and say, but I always have this light. I've still got a bit. Have this light on my glasses here, and it really annoys me when I watch and edit the video. So I wanted to try and move a little bit. 2 seconds. Just turned the big light off. So I wanted to kind of move so that I didn't have that constant glare. Now I have still got it because the window, it's a big window, it's a big bay window, and yeah, it's still gonna catch, but I think that's a bit better than being big lines across my eyes. So yeah, that's why I moved. Okay, so let's crack on with what I've got to show you. So first off, I finally got my Assisi shawl blocked. So I thought I would show you it blocked because the last time I showed you it was a bit lumpy and bumpy, wasn't it? After it come off the needles. So now it's blocked and it's absolutely beautiful. I'm not going to be able to show you the entire thing on here. I have no idea what you can see. But yeah, I totally love this. I do have this little lumpy bit that you can see. Where is my face? Now I think I was supposed to keep on decreasing. I'm not 100% and I haven't got the pattern printed out anymore to check. But I did play massive yarn chicken and I run out of yarn, so I had to cast off where I cast off. But there's a possibility that if that continued then, well it would, if that continued then it would just go straight. So there is that little issue that I have, but I'm really not that bothered. When it's on you can't see it, and I'm completely in love with it. It's huge and it's so comfy, and yeah, absolutely love it. So that is my Assisi shawl. That is by Elise Ljiko, and she's also known as Frosia Knits. I will obviously link her below. I knitted this in Willow and Lark's Ramble. That's a DK weight yarn, which is what the pattern calls for. My colourways are Hearth, which is this grey, and then Country Blue, which is the stripes. I also did the exact needle stage in the pattern, which was 3.75mm, which is a US 5. And the pattern is brilliant. Yeah, I would definitely get another Elise Ljiko pattern. In fact, I already have one. I've got a hat that I need to get on with. But yeah, so that is my Assisi shawl. It's so huge. I just love it. I don't want to catch the candles, where are they? Set fire to it. Yeah, I love it. It's gonna be so, well it is. It's so warm and snug when I go out. And yeah, so there you go. Heartily recommend. So that is that one. I thought I would show you it now it's blocked. my house is really small. I don't even have a dining room. I have a living room, a kitchen. There's 3 bedrooms upstairs. The 3rd bedroom cannot be counted as a bedroom because it's about this big, and a bathroom. That's it. I don't have a lot of space for blocking massive things. So if I'm blocking socks or whatever, I just hang them on the wall and that's not a problem. Hats, I have a little styrofoam head that I stick pins into, like a voodoo doll, and block my hats. But I don't have, when I've got the blocking pads out, even like for a jumper, I really struggle to find somewhere to let it dry. So with the Assisi shawl, I've been waiting ages because of Christmas and New Year. I just haven't been able to get things blocked because I have to wait until one of the kids sleeps out somewhere else and then I can use their bed. So at the weekend, Rowan stayed at his nanny's, which is Terry's mum, and I managed to get the Assisi shawl blocked because it's so big, so it was blocked right out, really long, and I laid it on his bed and then it was dry. I luckily stayed out 2 nights and it was dry by the next day. So I managed to get my Assisi shawl by doing that. My Assisi shawl blocked by doing that. This weekend just gone. But I've still got my shawlography to block. I still haven't been able to block that because of the same reason. So I'm hoping this weekend it'll be shawlography's turn, and then the following weekend it'll be my next finished object's turn. I'm gonna put this here, which is my Find Your Fade. So if you were watching my Vlogmas, thank you very much if you did, I spent most of the time knitting with my advent that I'd won. I won an advent calendar from Orchidean Luxury Yarns and it was amazing, and I was able to cast on a Find Your Fade and do that while I was laid up with COVID basically. That was my Vlogmas, it was fantastic. So I finished my Find Your Fade before Christmas, but I haven't weaved in the end yet because I'm rubbish, and like I said, I haven't been able to block it, but I thought I would show you before I get all those bits done because it's got loads of ends. It's got all the ends. Can you see? So I was saying in one of my videos, I can't remember if it was the last podcast or if it was in the vlog, in my Vlogmas. So just in case, I think it was in Vlogmas. The calendar starts off in this beautiful pink and then fades into coral and then into yellows and then it goes into greens. But then the calendar also, hang on, it goes into pinks as well. Oh, I said pink at the beginning. Oh, dear me. What was I saying? Yes, the calendar. So it goes from pink to coral to yellow to green, but then the calendar goes blue and purple. Blue and purple are that's my thing. I love blue and purple so much. And I realised as I was knitting this that I was coming to the end of the shawl and I still had a lot of blue and a lot of purple. And I was getting a little bit concerned. I realised that I wasn't going to get the blue and purple in. And I kind of didn't want to end with just a bit of blue and finish. I kind of want to use the blue and purple for other things now. So I felt really lucky and it did actually end in the darkest green. Excuse me. So I did use all of the fades for every other colour apart from the blue and the purple, which I've still got in the bag. So I'm still showing you this the wrong side. I can't remember. I think this is the right side. I don't think it really matters. So this is my Find Your Fade. Another absolutely huge, it's this way up, isn't it? Huge shawl wrap, whatever you want to call it. So like I say, we start with this beautiful deep pink, and yeah, goes into the coral. So the way that the advent calendar worked was it give you the dark colour first, so you would get like a light colour and then it would go dark and then fade into light again. But when I got to the green, I didn't like the dark green, this one, going against this pale yellow, so I flipped the green. I kind of wish I'd flipped it on the coral here. Kind of wish I'd started with the lighter one, but I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. But yeah, absolutely ginormous. Totally, totally love it. Can't see what I'm doing, just wrapping it around my head. So yeah, it's a rainbow of delight when it's on. It's just, yeah, it's crazy, but I love it, and it's really, really light, and the yarn is gorgeous. It's really light and comfy, so it'd be great for like not winter. Like Assisi is for winter when it's snowy and really cold. This is more for like excuse me, as it gets a bit warmer, like as it eases off a little bit, I suppose, March sort of time. So yeah, that is my Find Your Fade. I love it. So like I said, it was in the Orchidean Luxury Yarn Advent. I knitted it on the needles that were stated in the pattern. I didn't gauge or anything. So that was 3.5mm, which is a US 4. I always knit on my Chia Goose, my interchangeables. So that's what they were knitted on. Both of those were knitted on Chia Goose. Yeah, so I've got all these ends to weave in, which if you know me well, you know I hate, but I will get them done. I'm going to sit one night, weave them in. I might block it first so they don't pull. And then, so it'll be getting blocked, not this weekend, but hopefully the weekend after, because like I said, I want the shawlography blocked, and this is for more warmer. It's not warm weather, but it's like warmer than it is right now. Because it's not, it's really light. But there we go. It's huge. I love it. Recommend the pattern. But I mean, come on. That pattern had thousands of projects on it, and that's just the people who bothered to put one on Ravelry, so ooh, it's a popular one. So that is that. Oh, don't break it. So, excuse me, I'm still a bit tickly cough from my run-in with the lovely COVID. So yes, there's the needle that I used. Still in my beautiful, I just threw it on the floor, my beautiful project bag that was gifted to me from Diane at U-Tree Yarn Craft. Absolutely love it, and it's so spacious. So I thought I would show you what I have left. So this is the yarn I have left from my advent. Let me show how I can show you these. So there's like the blues and the purples, and yeah, it's light. These fades there are just, I can't remember. There's only 3 purple, there is 4 blue. So that'll be the fade for the blue. I think that is the fade for the purple. Absolutely beautiful yarn. Thank you so much to Abby. I want to say Abby. I'm sure it's Abby from Orchidean Luxury Yarns. Amazing. Oh, I need to put that back in there, don't I? Amazing yarn. Definitely recommend that yarn. It's beautiful. Oh, I'm so sorry. tickled my throat. I had a lot of problems with, my tea is freezing. I had loads of problems with my camera not focusing properly, so I've been off. I did the intro and then I went off and faffed, and I must have faffed for about 45 minutes to get it to focus. I'm not very good with cameras and things like that. So my tea is freezing cold, and yeah, that's it, my tea's freezing cold. Right, so that is my 2 finished objects. So now we'll go on to whips. So I haven't got many, which you would be shocked to hear, but I haven't got many at all. I've done some work on a pair of socks because I have been knitting. I know people do a Christmas Eve cast on and things like that, but to be fair, I have a 5-year-old and Christmas Eve is manic for me. Like, I get to bed at after midnight or something because I'm busy wrapping and making sure it looks like Father Christmas has walked through the house and things like that, so I don't get to sit and cast on something. I'm sure in a few years' time when he's a bit bigger I'll be able to, but right now no. So and then I don't knit Christmas, so yeah, I've kind of had quite a break from knitting over the Christmassy period because I'm just busy. Even though I don't even host, but I'm just busy. So I have done some knitting. I've done a new sock design for Let's Knit magazine, so I can't show you those. They're finished. They're going in the post today. And then the other thing I did was I cast on the Locksley, is it Locksley? Locksley Jumper for Rowan. Can't reach it. Now, it's not in a project bag because I don't have a project bag big enough for it, apart from my beautiful one from Diane at U-Tree Yarn Crafts, but that's got my Find Your Fade in at the minute, so this is just in one of these bags from Let's Knit. Love Crafts. Oh my god. That was gone. Right, Love Crafts. So I think the last time I showed you I'd done like a little bit of it. I don't know. This is where we are now. So body is done. Show you close up. And on the back as well, obviously. And I'm on Sleeve Island. And then I stopped. I hate sleeves. I didn't think I did, but I've learned over the past few months, I suppose, that I just hate sleeves. I get to a sleeve and I'm like, and then it just sits, and that's been sat for about 2.5 weeks. I haven't touched it. I really need to because it's cute. Yeah, I kind of like it. I think I do like it. It's very old man. The colours I've chose was quite old man, but I kind of like that. So yeah, I'll show you inside. Sort of. Show you inside without pulling that sleeve through. So that is my guts. Look at all the ends. I'm gonna cry myself to sleep. Ugh. But apart from that, oh, look at them all. Ooh. Yeah, I think it's good. I'm alright. I'm alright with it. I'm just on Sleeve Island, and it's not my happy place. I don't know why. I knit enough socks. It's the same sort of thing, isn't it? Round and round and round. I don't know. I find it really boring. But yes, so this is knitted in Rico Essentials Soft Merino Aran. So I got 3 colours, which I've showed you before, but I'll show you again. So it's Soft Merino Aran. This is the Pebble Mel, which is such a weird name. When I was a kid, there was a programme that my mum used to always watch called Pebble Mel. Pebble Mel at 1. It was on at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Pebble Mel at 1. And it was just like a... What are those sort of programmes called? Like a chat show. Well, yeah, like people would get interviewed and there'd be news things on there, and someone would come on and sing and things like that. And that's what this always reminds me of now, because it's Pebble Mel. Very weird. So that's Pebble Mel, mustard, and what's this one? Chestnut. I always go to call it conker, but it's chestnut. I think because it's like, it's not red enough to be chestnut. I think of chestnut as a bit reddish. But whatever, it's not up to me. What was that? Oh, sorry. That was a DPN. I don't know why it's in there. Okay. So this is on also Chia Goose. I'm in a tangled mess here. Chia Goose, and it is 4.5 mil, which is a 7, a US 7. I think that's what the pattern calls for, and please don't tell me off, but I didn't gauge swatch. I just cracked on. So I think I was kind of down in the dumps when I cast that on, and I was just a bit fed up and wanted to do something new. And and I knew I had the yarn for it, and I think I'd been really excited to start it. And then once I like had everything for it, I was like, but I did. And then I really enjoyed it for a bit, and then I got to a sleeve. So I really need to crack on with that. Probably finish it when he's 10. You will wear it. You will squeeze yourself inside. So that is my Locksley jumper. That's for Rowan, obviously. It's not for me. That's for Rowan. So we'll see what happens with that one. And my other whip, I was going to tell you something else, but I'll tell you that in a bit. My other whip is new design. So this is a design that I'll have to put a paid promotion thing up, because I had this yarn given to me to try, and I decided that it was lovely and I was going to do a design in it over a year ago, I think. Yeah, over a year ago I released a sock pattern, which was my Arrowroot socks, and I loved the stitch pattern so much that I wanted to do something else with it. So I wanted to do a hat, and Hobbii, who I've actually heard being pronounced as Hobbii, so I don't know if I'm saying that right, but I'm sticking with Hobbii because that's what I read it as, but I'm sorry if I'm incorrect. Let me know, let me know. Hobbii kindly gifted me some of their Tweed Delight yarn, which I can show you. This one. So they gifted me Tweed Delight to have a try of. It's an Aran weight yarn, and it is 85% wool and 10% acrylic, 5% viscose. This is the Chai Latte colourway, which is gorgeous. But I also got it in Cloudy Sky and Scoria. So I'm going to show you both of those as well. I did show you them on the podcast a few weeks back, I think. It's took me a while to get around to doing this hat because I've been really busy with socks. So I did cast on the Arrowroot hat, and I cast it on first in the Cloudy Sky. So I'm going to show you the Cloudy Sky one first. So that's the Arrowroot pattern. I'll show you the crown. So I've done a couple of versions. So this is just the basic fitted beanie version. And then I've done a child's version that won't go on my head, and that's in the Chai Latte. So That's got the same brim, same crown, everything's the same, it's just small. This is also the fitted version. And then I'm working currently on a double brimmed version that's going to be slouchy. So this is Scoria, and the blue was obviously Cloudy Sky. So I love it. Should I try it on and show you? Excuse the madness. There we go, bag lady. Ah! Right, hang on, let's try not to have a bag lady look and try again. My hair's just wild at the minute. Doot. Okay. So it's quite fitted. I've got a lot of hair. It's quite fitted. And then I'm going to do a slouchy version, so it'll like be a bit puffy around here. I don't know if you can see, I don't know what you can see. But yeah, I really like it. And there's a lot of people asking to test it already, so that's always a good sign. So that's that one. Let's get rid of this monstrosity. I'm working on that, so that's going into testing this week. I just need to finish the one in Scoria, this one. So this is on 5mm needles. This is not Chia Goose because I don't have, oh, I'm nearly losing it. I don't have a small enough cable for Chia Goose to do hats. So this is just an absolute bog standard needle that I probably got off eBay or something, I don't know. But it's 5mm, I've had that needle years. And yeah, so that is that one. So you'll probably see that a little bit while I finish working on it and get it tested and everything else. So that is my whips, that's it. I've got that jumper and that hat. But to be fair, there's two finished objects there as well, isn't there? So I probably could have carried them in that. Obviously I've got the socks for Let's Knit. The one thing I wanted to show you is, if you've been watching the podcast from the beginning, you will remember me showing the Fallen Leaves jumper by Iris H. Now, what happened with this? This is what I've got. Okay. So if I can show you that pattern. Super pretty pattern with bubbles and leaves, and it's got a what's that called? Tubular cast on the neck, which I love. Okay, so I knitted this entire thing. I finished the top half and I'd knitted one sleeve. I had one sleeve left to go, and when I tried it on, the raglan was really low and it was like lifting the entire thing, and the sleeve was skin tight and my gauge was way off on the sleeve especially, but it was way off, and I was just like, oh, and it was not wearable. I would not have wore it. So I decided to pull it back to the yoke and start again. So I was working away on it. You can see how much I've done by the state of the yarn. You can see I've done about 3 inches maybe, if that. And I knew that I wasn't enjoying it. I just kept thinking, what if it's the same again? What if the raglan's right down here? What if I just can't get the fit right? What if I do all this work and it's just I'm not going to want to wear it? And was constantly in the back of my mind. And so I haven't done anything else since, but I think I'm just gonna frog it. I think I'm just gonna call it a day, say, look, that's not right for me, and move on and use the yarn for something else. The yarn was also, it's been sat in a little drawer, like where it can get dust going in there, and I'm really allergic to dust. And not that anything bad happens, I just really sneeze and it gets in my throat and I'm coughing, my eyes stream. It's just, ugh. So I was knitting this, and every time I was knitting it I was getting like that. So I think it's got dust into the yarn where it's been sat, because it's been sat for so long waiting for me to bother with it. It wasn't in a project bag or anything because I didn't have one big enough. It was just in a drawer that's like in an open area. And yeah, I think what I need to do is rip the whole thing out, soak the yarn, give it a good clean, and then cast on something different. I think as well, to be fair, I don't think I had enough yarn for it, and I think if I cast on something that didn't have a load of bobbles in, it wouldn't be so bad. But I think I was like at least a ball short. It's this is a drops yarn. I can't remember what it is. I want to say Alaska, drops Alaska, maybe, or drops Lima. I can't remember. I think it's Aran weight. I can't remember what it is, and I can't remember which way around them two are. But yeah, I'll put it below anyway. So yeah, I think I'm going to pull it out and do something different. Maybe another day I will. Maybe another day I will do the forgetfulness jumper, because I really like the jumper, and it's no slight on the pattern. I just can't get gauge, and I just can't get it to fit properly for me, and yeah, so that's that. But now I've said it, the thought of pulling it all out is like, so maybe that won't happen. Oh, I don't know. I don't want to hibernate it again while I sit and decide what to do. I just feel like I love that top. I love that section. I really do. I really love all of that. And it just feels such a massive shame to not have that. But I don't know. Oh, dilemmas, eh? Dilemmas. I have picked out my Make 9 for this year. I didn't do that before. I've never done that before. But I had 9 things, and I went through my stash and I picked out 9 things that I could make with the stash that I have. I know a lot of people seem to be making from their stash this year, which is brilliant. I have hit a financial situation where I can't really go out and buy lots of yarn, which I would normally desperately want to do and would figure out a way to be able to do it, but this time I just can't. So I have to use my stash. And that yarn is in my Make 9. It is one of the projects in the Make 9. So yeah, we'll have to see. We'll have to see. So I've got 2 more things to show you. One of them has been mentioned in my Vlogmas, so if you've seen my Vlogmas you will already know what's going on. But if you haven't, my Stitch on Sunday blanket. So I finished my Stitch on Sunday blanket, but I never finished the edging, and I still am no further forward than I was in the tutorial video for the edging. And the reason is I just don't like my finished blanket. I just don't like the colours at all. And I will eventually finish it, but I think I'll eventually finish it knowing that it's just a blanket to give to Terry, who it was for originally, for him to throw it around and everything, and not have to take pretty photos of it, because I just don't feel like I'll get pretty photos of it. So I decided to make another one, which I haven't started yet, but I am going to. And I ordered yarns that I liked. These are the colours that I'm going to make the new Stitch on Sunday blanket in so that I can have some nice photos of it finished. I have a cream as well, which is probably going to end up being the edging if there's not enough of the others left. So I don't know how I'm going to do this. Okay. So it's just acrylic. It's Paintbox yarn in Simply DK. The yarn I used last time was mostly acrylic, but it did have merino in. This is just 100% acrylic. So that is the order I'm going to do them in as well. So yeah, that is going to be my new Stitch on Sunday blanket. I did get, and it was a pack, I'll show you. It was a pack of 10 yarns. So these are the other 5. Which I said I had a cream, so that's the other 5. It's quite hard to see that. So it's like a deep blue, a dark grey. Just dropped one. The cream I'd mentioned. Lighter peach. And this bright pink, which is coming off red on there, but it's actually really pink. So they were a bit too bright for me, so I mean, I'm sure they'll become something. And like I say, I'll probably use either the cream or the grey as edging of my other one, of my new one. So that is that. And then one last final thing to show you was the end of my Orchidean Advent. Abby from Orchidean Luxury Yarns had won the Advent, and then she'd also passed me up a gift. She gave me this. So it's her logo, Orchidean Luxury Yarn. And she gave me this beautiful silver yarn. This is her Mulberry Single, and it's called Silver Bells, and it's 70% superwash merino and 30% mulberry silk, 400 meters. It is absolutely gorgeous. I cannot wait to use that for something. So beautiful. So that is everything. That's everything I've got to tell you. So I didn't say Happy New Year, which is very rude of me. So Happy New Year. Welcome to 2022. And I missed you after doing the Vlogmas. I got into the habit of picking up my camera for everything, and then when I suddenly didn't need to anymore, it was a bit weird. It was like, oh, where have they gone? Not here anymore. So I'll definitely do some more vlogging, and I've also got a new contraption. I'm going to do an unboxing of my new ball winder. I got some Christmas money and was able to buy a new ball winder. I don't tend to get anything bought for me for Christmas that is yarn or knitting related. There's nobody else who knits in the family. My mum used to, but she doesn't now because of arthritis, and when she did knit, it was like in the 80s and 90s, so it was all acrylic and stuff, so she doesn't really understand how gorgeous yarn can actually be. She doesn't really know about indie dyes and things like that, and nobody else in the family have got anything to do with knitting or anything, or wool or anything, so nobody knows what to do. And even though I give them like wish lists and that with stuff on, they never give me anything on it. So I don't tend to get anything knitting related for Christmas. My mum did buy me some yarn this year. She got me some Debbie Bliss. Debbie Bliss. It's lace weight, but I can't remember what it is. So, and I don't use lace weight. This is what I mean. They kind of just guess, and whenever they guess, it's usually weird what they get me. Which is nice in one way, but in another way it's like, I don't know what to do with this. So she's got me lace weight. I think I'm going to try and hold it double and make something out of it. I'm going to see what gauge I get when I hold it double and figure it out. So yeah, I will show you that in another video because it's not here. I've put it away somewhere in one of those places to keep it safe. You know those places, you never find them again. So yeah, I'm waffling now. I'm gonna go. Thank you so much for watching if you've got this far, and yeah, I'll see you in a fortnight, and we're back on track for 2022, and we'll definitely do some more vlogging. If you'd like to see more vlogging, let me know, because I'm thinking, well, I'll do the October vlogging that people do. I can't remember what it's called now. Vlogtober. That's the one. I was thinking I'll do Vlogtober, but that's like a ways away, isn't it? I know it'll swing round, mind, but it's a ways away, so yeah. Yeah, I'll see you soon. Waffle, waffle, waffle. See you soon.